Alright, now that I got everything set up for my 3DS capture stuff with Snaker Stream with my CFW 3DS now, um, I could finally do this video for you guys. It's a video I've been wanting to do a video on for a while, but didn't really want to do it because I didn't know how to approach it. But I'm just gonna do it anyway because it's gonna be a fun video. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified when I upload videos, all the good jazz. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Okay, so in this video we're gonna talk about an overlooked Tekken game. And no, I'm not talking about Tekken Advance or any of the other Tekken games that you might be thinking of. I'm talking about the ill-gotten, forgotten Tekken 3D Prime Edition for the Nintendo 3DS. Okay, this came out in. Okay, I should say it came out on Valentine's Day in 2012. And funny story about that, that is the same day I got engaged to my wife. So that's why I kind of remember getting Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Why it holds a weird place in my memory because I vividly remember picking that game up a little bit before I got the engagement ring for my wife. So it holds a weird special place in my mind for some reason. So that if you're wondering why I'm even talking about this, that's kind of why, because it kind of holds that kind of memory in my mind because of that day. But besides that fact, it is a fairly solid port of Tekken 6. Now, the most interesting thing about the game is it contains all 41 fighters from Tekken 6. It also contains the movie Tekken Blood Vengeance in 3D. I should say in the Nintendo 3DS 3D. It's not true 3D per se, but it's 3D enough, I guess. And it also includes Street Pass functionality to get Tekken cards. More on those later. 2 costumes per character, and a color edit mode that I never really messed with. I forgot was actually in there before I did more research for this video, so I've never really messed with it. There also is a special survival mode, which is basically used to farm Tekken cards. So it's not really that robust in terms of like single player modes. So there's no like single player arcade mode or story mode or Tekken Force or Tekken Bowl or nothing like that. No cool modes like that. I really loved Tekken Force, by the way, and Tekken 3 and 4. That was a really cool mode. I wish I would bring that back for Tekken 8. Bring that back for Tekken 8, damn it. I want Tekken Force again. I like beating 'em up modes and games and stuff. It's really cool. Anyway, sadly, the online mode appears to be dead. Every time I've tried to like find a game or something along those lines, it there's just no games. I sat there for literally an hour trying to just with a room created to see if anybody would join the game, and no one joined. So I'm assuming online mode is dead, which is pretty much the only reason to play the game anyway. So pretty much the only reason to buy this game is if you're like diehard into Tekken and you want to own every piece of Tekken like merch and game library that's available. I guess that's the only reason to own it. So, and if you like grinding cards, I guess like that's a cool thing because there's a shit ton of cards in this game. There's 765 Tekken cards to get in total, which is a lot. I forget how many I got. I showed in the footage you guys are seeing right now how many I got. Um, and I believe there's only like 14 stages. Let me check my notes. I think. Oh, 15 stages. 15 stages. 16 if you count the training stage, but I don't think you ever get to go there unless you play online. But I haven't played online in like probably over 4 or 5 years. So, um, really, really, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I think this game got the short end of the stick. Because it is actually a really good, solid port of Tekken 6. Because if you guys don't know or don't remember, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, I believe was what it was called, got ported to 3DS as well. That was a launch title, I believe. And that was actually a really freaking cool port. And there was one thing about Street Fighter 4 that got ported over to Tekken 3D Prime Edition that was really cool. And that's the advent of the bottom touchscreen being used for quick moves. In Street Fighter, like your super moves, your ultra moves, or just moves in general, like your Hadouken, your Tatsu, your Dragon Punch, whatever. I specifically made sure I captured dual screen mode. I wanted to just do the top screen, but I was like, no, I want to show the bottom screen because I actually show in the footage. I believe I showed. I hope I did. But I showed each thing I programmed for Kane to do each separate thing, like the throw, both of his throws, the one button I think I made, the I don't remember the name of the move. The move where he just like does a double backhand and it makes the opponent fly back. And then the fourth move I made was the giant swing, the move where you have to basically do forward to back to down to forward. Is it light punch? I think it's light punch. Whatever Y is or square is on your PlayStation controller. I know it's weird, but I've been playing a lot of Tekken 7 on PS5 lately, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this video as well. But that was a really cool feature because one, it made a lot of combos easier to do. I.e., like one of Kane's combos is like a mid-air combo. When the opponent's in mid-air, you have to do that giant swing motion while they're still in mid-air, which is really hard to do. I can do it. It's just really hard and it's kind of inconsistent to do. But with this quick move functionality with the bottom screen, it's actually quite easily to be pulled off in combos. And you can do the wall hit version, which he does like a flurry of punches and kicks to end off the combo. It's kind of a cool move. I don't know if that's still in the newest Tekkens, but it's a really cool addition to the game. And from what I remember, the online was actually pretty decent. It wasn't that bad. But that being said, it's over Wi-Fi, and Nintendo's servers, so you couldn't expect much from it. But from what I remember, when you had good solid games, they were pretty good. But for the most part, they were pretty mediocre. Quick side note though, as a weird side note here, I was going through my 3DS library, just backing everything up, backing up the ROMs and everything on my cartridges since I have bought a 3DS now. I was like, well, I might as well just dump my games. So I was checking Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, and apparently that's still active online. So it's not because that the 3DS is just like a dead system, which I mean it kind of is with the eShop stuff now, but it's still active online, Super Smash Bros. So why isn't Tekken 3D Prime Edition? I think I have an answer to this question as to why it is. And the short answer is there's just no replay value to it. The only replay value to it is online mode. That's it. That's the only replay value to it is online. That's literally it. And maybe like doing Street Pass to get Tekken cards and survival mode. But that's very little replay value, especially for a fighting game, especially for Tekken. Because normal Tekken 6, hell, even on the PSP, I believe Tekken 6 had like a full-fledged arcade mode. And I believe it still had story mode, I think. I haven't played the PSP version, but I'm pretty sure it had story mode in it. But that's where I think the 3DS version fell short. And plus, it promised like the full gambit of stages, like 40 stages or whatever was supposed to be included or something. It was supposed to have like tag team battling or something, or like group battling, but that was never in the game. So either they just didn't have time to implement it, or they just didn't add it. I mean, they could have patched it in, but I guess they didn't. I guess it didn't sell that well, and that's why they didn't. But this is all according to Wikipedia page. And take this stuff with a grain of salt. I don't know. I didn't really do a whole hell of a lot of research for this video, but yeah, I just don't think Tekken 3D Prime Edition gets enough light shine to it, because it was way better than that Tekken Battle Revolution, whatever that crappy ass PS3 free to play game was. I okay. Before somebody blasts me in the comments, how is it crappy if it's free to play? Because you had to like play a certain amount of time to unlock all the characters, and I hated that. It's kind of like multiverses, but I believe it was worse. But this game at least gave you a full portable package on the 3DS, and of course the 3D stuff with the game. I have no idea if it was any good, because I really can't see 3D that well because I have astigmatism in my eyes, so I really can't see 3D that well. The only game that I can sort of see the 3D in was Star Fox 64 3D. So, but even then it was like barely. I could barely see it. But so I don't know if the 3D was like any good with Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Probably not. But I still think it's a worthy game. I think it's worth a pickup just to mess around with it, because it's a really weird port of Tekken 6. And by the way, I've never watched Tekken Blood Vengeance 3D, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. Someone can tell me in the comments if that movie is actually worth watching. I have no idea if it is. So I didn't buy it for that. I bought it to play Tekken 6 on the go, because I liked Tekken 6 on PSP, but the problem was I couldn't play online with anybody. So when this had online, I was like, well, cool. Okay, Tekken 3D Prime has online. So I was like, that's really cool. And for what it was pretty good. And I really enjoyed it. And I don't think the game got shined on enough when it was out. I think it got quickly forgotten about, because I believe I had trouble finding games like even a year after its release. Like, you would still find people, but it'd be few and far between. But I don't know. I just felt like doing a video on this game because I think it's one of the most forgotten about Tekken games that people don't really mention or talk about. And I think it's kind of sad, because it's actually really good, decent port. Albeit watered down, but it's a decent port of Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Tekken 6, Tekken 3D Prime Edition is. And if online was still active, I would recommend picking it up still today. But since it's not really active anymore, I guess I would recommend passing on it. But I still think it's worth putting in your collection if you're a Tekken fan of any sort. And weird side note about Heihachi Mishima in this game, he's actually his younger form from Tekken Tag 2 for some reason. So that's kind of cool. You get to see Heihachi in his younger form. I thought that was pretty neat when that game was announced as well. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this game. Did you pick this game up? Have you played the game? What did you think of it? Are you even a Tekken fan? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And I'm not going to worry about shouting out my Patreon supporters since my Patreon is like pretty much frozen until next year. So, anyway, I really do appreciate you guys supporting the channel anyway on Patreon and on memberships. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on memberships. There's like 11 or 12 of you now, which is insane. Thank you guys so much. It really does help out the channel a lot. Hope you guys have a happy holiday and Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Just enjoy your time with your family. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out and have a good one. Okay, quick little addendum to the end of this video. I just looked the price of Tekken 3D on eBay. It's like a $50 to $70 game now. What the hell? Why? What? Like what? Like the game has no replay value. You're basically buying a game where you're grinding for cards that you really can't do anything with. Like what? That's insane to me. A sealed one sold for like $140. That is nuts to me. Holy crap. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Whew. I'm glad I bought it when I did. Holy crap.